So good afternoon, viewers. In our today's class, we'll be looking at literature review, and we are going to be looking at the major components in literature review. Now, when we talk of the components that constitute literature, review, we are basically looking at the conceptual review, the empirical review, and the theoretical review. These are the three major components that constitute literature review. So, at the level of conceptual review, researchers are expected to pick some of the key concepts, some of the key issues that they have highlighted. Maybe those ones they have captured in the objectives of the study, or some of these key concepts that appears in the topic or in the course of your literature review. In terms of looking at some of the existing literature, you find out concepts that are in line with what you actually want to investigate or undertake a study on. So you at this level, you are simply looking at some of these concepts as examined or as discussed by scholars. So you undertake a conceptual review whereby you'll be locating your arguments within the context of the existing conceptual review of such concepts based on scholarly arguments. Then the second one is the empirical review. And the empirical review, here the researcher is interested in looking at some of the existing studies that have been conducted by previous scholars or researchers in the area. Now you look at the kind of study that was conducted, you look at the method they employed, you also look at the theoretical framework they used, you look at their findings, and then you see how those empirical studies have direct bearing to the subject matter under investigation. And when we talk about reviewing literature, you see, a mere assembling of literature does not make it literature review. You need to interrogate the literature. You need to, establish the nexus between the existing studies with the current study. It is not enough for you to be just picking literature and dumping them, thinking you are doing literature review. By doing that, you are simply doing what is called stand-alone literature review, whereby there is no connection, there is no link between the previous studies or empirical studies with the current study. So when we talk of literature review, we are looking at how the researcher is able to interrogate the literature, and then how is he going to align those reviewed empirical review or literature to the current study. So avoid what is called stand-alone literature or literature review that has no bearing to the subject matter under investigation. And lastly is the theoretical review. Of course, as a researcher, while conducting a study, you also need this vital component, because you are going to, undertake a literature review. You can as well review quite a number of theories, and then at the end, you can decide to pick one or two theories that your study can, anchor on such, theories. So you reviewed theories, and then you see which of the theories that you have reviewed, which one or which are the theories that best, their theoretical postulations that best address the subject.